Hi, my name is Dana Green. I am running for a Superior Township trustee. First, let me thank MC Can I Share for providing this wonderful platform for me to reach Superior Township residents as well as Washington County residents at large. I'm super excited to tell you a little bit about me um, as a candidate and why I'm running for Superior Township trustee. Uh, so to start, I want to answer some questions provided for it by MC Can I Share. First, please describe for us how you have involved yourself in your local community to serve and benefit people of color, the underprivileged, and the disenfranchised in your district. Well, first, I've had the great pleasure of working with Washington Rivers Keeper. I'm on as a general member, a steering committee member, and a planning committee member. Washington Rivers Keeper is focused on serving Black and Brown boys in Washington County. And while it's open to the whole community, we recognize the importance in creating a space for Black and Brown boys to feel safe and welcome, as well as promote intergenerational growth, development, and leadership. So it's been a pleasure to be a part of Washington Brothers Keeper. Another organization I've been fortunate enough to be a part of is Black Man Reads. Just provided a wonderful opportunity to read to families across Washington County. Being able to be in those spaces where I have the opportunity to connect to children and also connect to parents and provide them the space and time they need to kind of get away from it all while connecting to a variety of worlds through literature has been extremely important to me because I get to show that we as Black men do this and create just a wonderful, welcoming environment. And so that has meant a lot to me. Last but not least, being able to participate in Champions for Change through nonprofit enterprise at work, otherwise known as NEW, uh, provided me, honestly, the confidence to run for an office such as this, right? Being able to share ideas and thoughts with aspiring leaders in my community, Black and Brown, while also encouraging the sharing of ideas and thoughts intergenerationally, but also across different races and experiences. And so those three experiences combined has meant a lot to me and shows a commitment to Washtenaw County, but also a commitment to Superior Township. So, yeah. Moving on, there are two more questions that I think are pretty related and similar. So I'm going to do my best to kind of combine them. Um, if you're elected, please describe your plans on how you will use your office to serve and benefit people of color, the underprivileged, and the disenfranchised. Given the racial climate that we're currently living in, since the death of George Floyd, what is your plan to challenge inequities within our institutional system? First, let me start by saying I don't have all the answers, uh, but I do think that what any plan that's focused on addressing racial inequities, especially from an institutional level, has to start with being honest about the inequities that exist. For not just Superior Township, we're not even just Washington County, but in our country at large. And so I think that by creating a space where we can be honest about those inequities is the first step, right? Um, as far as plans in an actual elected position, such as Superior Township trustee, I think the first thing I would like to do is provide more access to the township board. Now, if that's through shortening board packets that are provided to us prior to township board meetings, I think that's important. Residents should be able to digest what their elected officials are looking at. I also think it's important to make sure that we are more accessible as board members. If that means hosting meetings more than once a month, hosting them twice a month, continuing to connect through Zoom as well as in person, but also meeting community members where they are. Community members shouldn't just feel like they have to meet with us behind a great big desk. We should be out in the community connecting with community members where they are. That's at local parks. That's at barbecues. That's at basketball games. So I think that being more accessible is a clear way um, to help reduce inequities in our community. And then I also think there are very clear policies that we can help engage in to address inequity. So, the area of MacArthur Boulevard is essentially a food desert. We don't have access, easy access to local grocery stores if you don't have a car. There's been a great effort to create a community garden on the corner of Harris and MacArthur. I think continuing to champion efforts like those are extremely important. I also think continuing to build off of the momentum that has been developed between Superior Township and Washtenaw County to create a community center where residents can gather and really grow together and just fellowship together is extremely important. Right now, a space like that doesn't exist. So continuing to champion that. And then also working directly with residents to address community concerns. One thing that has been habitually spoken of township meetings has been the lack of safety as it pertains to traffic and speeding along the MacArthur corridor and throughout the Washington Square like Holbrook subdivision. So I think making sure that the needs of those communities are equally responded to as other communities are within the Superior Township. When you can see the way inequities are handled in one subdivision compared to another, I think one, you have to be honest about it, and then you have to work to address it. And so that's what I would hope to do from a policy standpoint. So just in closing, again, I think that to address inequities, first you have to be honest about those inequities. You have to provide access to folks that have power and meet community members where they are. And lastly, that has to be followed up by actually enacting policies that help address the issues and concerns of residents in Superior Township. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. I hope the information you found on FC Can I Share has been beneficial to you all and that you been. I'm looking forward to hopefully see you out and about in Superior Township. Thank you and take care. Bye.